Hi guys, I just want to talk to you all about my community where I grew up because it just always makes me feel really nice when I think about it's called Catholic Holler. It's in Helena, Arkansas, and I was a little girl when we moved there, and I just remember so many wonderful things about it. They were little things, but meant so much in those days. Um, if you can imagine a T, okay, and this is like the T here, okay, and the hollow is like going this way in my mind's eye at this moment, but imagine about maybe just 5 blocks that way, and the 5 blocks goes down, give or take, it could be 6 or 7 blocks. It's just that small, but the T is, from it, you know, okay? The T here is another street that we call Arkansas Hill, or, but, behind the Moore Street. And the ones who from my town, they know exactly what I'm saying about better than me because I don't remember everything because that's been over maybe 50 years ago. Okay. So, and I probably was like, I think I was around 8 or something. Trying to make myself seem younger. 58 makes me 58. I'm sorry. It's one of those days when I be myself. When I be myself, I'm a happy person. And the smallest thing can make me laugh, okay? Anyway, as you go up Arkansas Hill, it was really, really wonderful. Just as you're going up Arkansas Hill, right here on the side of the streets, on this street, the Arkansas Hill Street, are houses, little houses. They're small houses. All of these houses was like most of them was little greenhouses. It would look like a little plantation if you didn't know any better. And it just as I said, you got to bear with me because it's been a long time, 50 years of recalling something that I had not seen in, like that. I still have to imagine what the hollow was like because it was really a wonderful place. And we were all pretty much close. Everybody knew everybody because it's so small. Like I told you, you're talking about 6, 7, 8 blocks up that way, back up that way, which was Moore Street. And we stayed in Moore Street, and we had about 3 stores there. And as sometimes I can still see some of those stores. I love those little stores. Oh, it was just so wonderful. Going to the store was it for us. Besides digging in dirt and crawling up on the houses. Of course, those days houses were. They had those really tall porches, and you could really crawl up under the porches. If you had the nerves, the gumption to do that. And so back up in the hollow there, I remember one mostly, like on Christmas times, we go and try to show our little dolls or whatever we got for Christmas to everybody, that we was at home, that we visit usually on occasions, And I can't count the houses right now, but as if I think of that, just kind of give you sort of an estimate of it when if it comes to me, I'll tell you. But on back up in the holler, there were houses that you can't see my hand. told you, told you. Now everything makes me laugh. Okay, as you go, this way, you're talking about that way, right? And as you get on up in the holler. Well, we're doing some hand stuff here, and I really wish I had diagrams to show you. But back, this way, after you got way down that way, okay? Because I do my hands, they won't work big. But anyway, as you go back that way, once you gone way down here in the hollow, it was like woods, like, really woods, especially when you turn this way once you got way down that way, okay? And so we had some people that lived back that way, and sometimes I dream about the hollow now. It was such a beautiful place, and and the reason I'm speaking about it is because today the communities are different from the way we had those communities. That was back in the 60s, most likely, as far as I can remember, the early part of the 60s, maybe late 59s, okay, I mean 50s, I'm sorry, I'm 59s, went through my head. But in the hollow there, we had special things like these trees was in certain people's houses where you could had the most beautiful apples, beautiful peaches, and like that. Those and there were plums. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Here, remember when I told you I said this go this way and this one go here for to make the tea. Okay, actually it was this way I showed you. Okay, and this was the hill you go up. Okay, and so this one was Moore Street. But where Moore Street is, and all those houses sit, like you're going up toward Arkansas Hill went on up a little further here. And there was the street called, it was actually Arkansas Street, okay? And that was where the people of different, the Europeans lived there mostly, and hardly any blacks lived up in that area, because all in my little community was mostly just black people, except for the Chinamans that had the store in front of our house. Um, so then that was Arkansas there, and then on the other side there of where the T runs, where I'm showing you the T, that was what we call Reservoir Hill, and I'm not exactly sure what that road was named. That might be Don's Road. I'm not sure, but the ones who know my town know exactly where it is. But you could go up there, and there was this big kind of water reserve type thing, big old white water reserve. Then there were other houses, back up, back up on the hill here, from the T, where the T cross here, okay. And there were houses on back, like behind me here, like on this side here, and just on this side here. Now, all of this is before you go to where the T is right here. The T is right. Well, wait a minute. Where did I show you? Okay, let's go back to my T. Where was my T at? Okay, I think I did my T like that. Yeah, I did like that. Okay, so that the school was on this side over here, and it was called Southside School, Eliza Miller. Wonderful, 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 wonderful school. And it was so beautiful. It was two-story like, and I think they had a kind of a basement like, and it was actually Eliza Miller at one time, but it was Southside Eliza Miller. And then where it sit, there was a little store. But back up on Moore Street, we had three stores there. We had one store on that side over there, on the side of the where I showed you the T, right? I'm doing it. I got my T backwards here. Okay, I have to remember. Okay, here on this side, that side right there is the street. We're talking about the street here. The houses right here. And so back up in that Moore Street, we had a little bitty store that was really, really beautiful. Had a little porch on it, big size porch actually. But like I'm always seeing that we can crawl under all these porches and stuff. So I don't know. That's why I kind of say little. I don't know what makes me say little, because you can crawl up under them. But they were wood porches, and it was just beautiful. And so this little store was there. We called that one Bobo store. And it was just really wonderful to go in those stores. And I don't remember exactly what it looked like inside that store, but the pictures are somewhat in my head. And right across from it was what we call Mr. Weather's store. We call him Sour Weather. Because the pickles were sour. Dear pickles, we like those pickles. And so had cookies and candy, and it was just always just a treat to go in that store. Just whether you had could buy just because things were very very cheap during those times. You can get two for a penny cookies, and that was as we come on back down what we call the holler. Oh, let me tell you why we call it holler. Let me finish this thought first, though. There was Francis store, Miss Francis store, the Chew. I think it Bucket. No, 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 no. Chew was another place over down the way there, but it was Miss Francis. That's all I remember is Miss Francis and Bucket, her husband, was there. But I think his name was Buck. But if I'm wrong, somebody's gonna correct me because we know the people who ran that store. So anyways, that was a really good store. But we call it Catholic Holler because right here, just like in front of me where I'm sitting now, is where the school was that we went to, the elementary school, right? And then uh, as you pass the school here, this way here, you're going out of the hall, what we call the hollow. It was called Catholic Hollow because there was a